Josh Morrissey, TJ Oshie.
Yeah.
Is it similar? Is it different than the Matheson-Pedersen board slam? Or are they the same? Because Morrissey
he's
has
getting suspended 2 games.
He's getting the Matheson same thing?
Same thing. Same thing.
So what is it? Give me what the rule is. It's extra.
I don't know what the rule is. I see the same things out of both hits. And I don't like the suspensions. I don't.
Okay, so
I don't like them.
So
but
what are we?
You're committed now.
So what is this suspension? Attempt to injure? Is that what they call this, or what is it? What is this new rule that we've come up with?
Well, they're going to have to.
It's
figure
called
that
interference.
out. Yeah,
it's interference.
Yeah,
and then it's extra body slam.
Whatever it is, I see a hit to the boards.
Interference, unsportsmanlike
You see
conduct.
a guy lose his balance that ends up vulnerable, and then you see a guy get thrown to the ice.
That's the point.
And here's the other one, boys.
Okay, so that's an automatic 2 games.
Oshie was concussed. He hadn't got a clue where he was. Okay?
He was scrambling coming.
He was scrambling. Why? Because Morrissey threw him down to the ice.
Okay.
I didn't like the 2-game suspensions. I'm sitting there going, that is a finish to a hit that we've seen 1,000 times. Okay? But now, based on the Pedersen, that's a 2-game suspension.
Okay, so do you agree with that?
No, I don't.
No, I don't either.
I don't want.
I don't know. Where did this come from?
It comes from Matheson-Pedersen. It's the pin, pause, throw down. It's that throw down part.
Okay,
we've seen it.
Okay,
Nick, we've seen it forever.
Okay,
I agree.
Like
Now
I don't know
it's an issue.
why they're throwing in the pause.
I didn't. Was there a pause last night? I thought it was a continuation.
Whatever.
That's
Pause
what I
or
thought
no
too,
pause. Who cares? Who cares if there was a pause? So if I take my stick and I crack you over the head and I do it in one motion, that's worse than if I pause then crack you over the head.
Here's why it's an issue. Because the pause is after the pin. If you've pinned the player on the boards, you've taken him out of the play. He's not part of the play.
You've thrown the guy down on the ice.
Throwing down is the issue.
That's what we're judging it on.
Correct.
Okay?
So just a minute.
Not
Throwing
the
a
pin.
guy down on the ice is now a suspension in the NHL.
After you pin him against the boards.
Listen.
Yes.
Is that
based on Matheson-Pedersen?
I know,
a
but is
suspension.
that now a suspension
Yes.
anytime you throw something in there?
Yes.
Well,
Because of that.
Yes.
Bingo.
Yes, it
Bingo.
is.
Tell him what he's won. That's
Tell me how now, if you're in the safety department now, you can sit there and say, no, this one was okay.
No, you can't.
Tell the Washington Capitals, who've got TJ Oshie with a concussion right now, that that one's much different than the one we saw on Pedersen. I'd like to see that attempt. And you're going to throw in the pause as
after the pin.
as a piece of.
I think here's the thing.
I'm sorry, but
I'm trying to get in the Department of Player Safety's head.
We're in a bit of a mess here. Okay, that we've introduced.
So
we've introduced this hit to suspensions.
Okay,
now.
There's a change now. Yes,
okay,
100%.
what is the suspension for a slew foot? Is that an automatic suspension too?
It's a trip until someone gets hurt.
Okay,
that's what the slew foot
So I'm
is.
asking, is that going to be the next thing, that every time there's a slew foot, it's going to be 2 games?
We've seen suspensions for slew foots before.
Yeah.
Right, with the
arm
grab,
with the grab and the.
If it's just the foot,
it's
generally
okay.
you get away with it. The grab and the throw down. That's the part that gets you the suspension. Much like after the board pin, it's the throw down that gets you the suspension.
I'm just to end it because, player safety, I know how tough a job it is. I know how tough
I wouldn't want their job.
No way.
No.
No
But
thanks.
you know what? I don't like that suspension. If he gets suspended for that last night, I disagree with him on that one.
Okay, but then hang on a second here.
I disagree with it.
If they don't.
Because I don't think it's the very same as the Pedersen.
But this is, you've opened the door with Pedersen-Matheson.
I just said I don't think it's the same. I thought it was more of a continuation of the play. But I hate seeing Oshie get hurt.
All I saw was a guy get thrown to the ice and then concussed. Yeah. And at the end of the day, whether he paused or there was one motion or whatever, you went in there to take a guy out facing the boards, and then he ends up being thrown to the ice, which, again, we've seen 1,000 times. But when guys get hurt, we suspend.
Yeah.
And that's a slippery slope to go down.
Yep.
Already done it, Nick, though. That's the Matheson suspension. That's the precedent. Because now, When it happens again and there isn't a suspension, then all of a sudden there's an inconsistency.
Come on.
Now you're obliged to do it.
No.
Don't you think? If you're Department of Player Safety, we don't have to. We don't have to like it.
I'll tell you what. There's a way around it if you're player safety.
How's that?
You fine them. You don't suspend for this one. You fine them.
Genie's out of the bottle, though. You've already
saying.
suspended.
I'm saying if you don't want to start this foolishness,
you can put the genie back in the bottle.
I don't know about this one.
Oh yeah, you can.
But do you agree? Do you this guy gets a fine for this? Does that not stop it?
I don't know what it's going to be, because there are, to your point, to both your points, there are subtle differences between the hits. I see Morrissey Oshie as more of a continuous play. I'm with you guys on that one.
But you know what?
At the end of it, it is a board battle that ends up with a slam to the ice, and the player is injured.
I have to. When I read their explanation for suspensions, I feel like I'm studying for the LSATs. It's a turn of this and the slight turn of this and the anyway. That's why I mean they explain it so perfectly, professionally that they lose me 3/4 way through the explanation. I just give up. Okay, they made the right call, I say,
and that's why. But those explanations are so thorough, and they look at every tiny little issue in the event, and that's why Brandon Tanev isn't going to get anything for his hit on Yevgeny Kuznetsov in the neutral zone yesterday.
Right. I said that.
You said that on TV last night.
Right. I didn't think it was, but I mean,
did that not look a little bit like Lemieux's chicken wing?
I didn't.
Did it look a little bit like it?
A little bit.
Shoulder.
Okay, a little bit,
but a little bit.
So
I didn't think it was a suspension.
So then dress Morrissey up the same way with Pettersson, where it kind of looked like it, but we're gonna wave it off.
Then I'm saying
we're gonna wave it off.
What I'm saying is give him a fine, and then you don't go down that slippery slope of every time somebody gets thrown to the ice, you got to suspend them, because I think it's wrong.
I'm with you on that.
Thank you.
Fine them.